Hey guys, Sarah here again. Thought this time I'd film a pickups video for my channel. I still plan on doing collection videos for the rest of the consoles in my collection, but I thought I'd do something a little bit shorter. So yeah, let's get into it. So first off, the pickups here are from about sort of November onwards. I'm not picking up a ton for my collection at the moment. Everybody understands that worldwide things are pretty tight at the moment, but I got a few things. Some things I got for Christmas and some things I bought for myself. So first pickup is Fallout New Vegas for the PS3. I purchased this guy. He cost me $5 down at one of the local pawn shops. I've still got to take the rest of the sticker off, but that shouldn't be too hard. This is a complete copy. There is the manual there, which is pretty cool. This is a fully fleshed manual, which I really like, and it's in colour as well. So I think that's really cool. I don't necessarily really collect for 360/PS3. I had a 360 during that generation, but I got it when I traded in to get my PS4. So I kind of am in between what I collect for. I sort of prefer the 360 out of that generation, but I struggle a little bit between playing Nintendo and then PlayStation and then Microsoft because all the buttons are different. So I'm thinking I'll probably go with PS3, just because the buttons are the same, and the 360 had issues. I had the 360E model, which was the one that sort of kind of went in like that, and mine never had the red light of death, but I know that was an issue for a lot of them. But yeah, anyway, I'm replaying Fallout 4 at the moment, and I'm playing the Game of the Year edition for the first time. I originally played it before any of the DLC came out, and I'd been told that New Vegas is really good fun, so I picked it up. It was cheap, thought I'd give it a go. Next up is a game that my sister gave me some money for my birthday, which was a few months ago, but she gave me some money because she... So next up is a game that my sister gave me some money for my birthday, and I decided to grab this with it, and that is Mario Party 4 for the GameCube. Anybody who's watched my GameCube collection video knows that I go for the only the exclusive titles, which happen to be the most expensive, but if I can get a game on PS2 that released also on GameCube, I'll just pick it up for the PS2 instead, because PS2 copies are often cheaper. So yeah, this is Mario Party 4, which was the first Mario Party released on GameCube. There was 4 in total released on the GameCube: 4, 5, 6 and 7. These games get pretty pricey. This one I paid, I think, $95 with free postage, which was pretty cool. It is complete, which is nice. The manual's in pretty good condition. The disc is in nice condition as well, and it's Australian as well. The case has seen better days, as is the case with most GameCube cases. You can sort of see some dents and stuff, but I'll use a bit of Pledge on it, which anybody who hasn't heard of Pledge, it's like, it sort of dusts and shines things, but you can use a little bit on your game cases. I take the artwork out first, and it'll help shine them up really nice, make them look a little bit better, and they don't feel as gross. It cleans them as well. So yeah, so really happy with that one. Happy to have Mario Party game on the GameCube finally. And yeah, I also managed to pick up Mario Party 5 for the GameCube. So again, a nice Australian copy. This one is in really nice condition. This is probably one of the nicest GameCube cases I have in my collection. You can see there, it's in the reflection, it's hardly got any scratches at all. Got to take some sticker residue off, but that's no biggie. So it's in really nice condition. One sort of little dent there, but you know, typically when you compare it to this, which is, it actually looks okay in that light, but you know, pretty hazy. It's got scratches and little dents and whatnot all over it. This is in really nice condition. I paid, I think, $95, but I also paid $13 postage for this. So this is also an Australian copy, complete, but it only has the manual. It doesn't have the health and safety, behind it. I still consider this to be complete. I still prefer to have the health and safety precautions information booklet to sort of consider it fully complete, but it's not a big deal. I pick those up. Occasionally people will post a few for sale on eBay as a lot, and I'll pick them up, and then I just slot them in my games, the ones that need them. So, but it's not too important to me. So, and I'm happy to have these two as well, and I feel like I paid a decent price for them. Certainly for Mario Party 5, I think that's about what they sort of both go for, but I think I got Mario Party 5 a little cheap. 6 and 7, on the other hand, are really expensive. I think one of them can go up to like 350 Australian dollars, which is insanity, but you know, that's the GameCube and that's the Australian market. There's plenty of games out there that go for like 200 plus, especially in the GameCube library. Next up is 2 games that I got from Mum and Dad for Christmas. First is Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I pre-ordered this one and just hadn't picked it up yet. Really excited to have it in my collection. I missed out on Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I've got to pick that up. And I do want to pick up the original Xenoblade on the Wii. I do have it on the 3DS, and it was a new 3DS only game. So I have that, and so I'm just really technically only missing 2, but I'd like to get the original. No manuals or inserts or anything. I've already taken the game out, but you know, at least there's the artwork on the inside, which is kind of cool. So excited to add that one to my Switch collection. Next is Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope, and this is the Gold Edition, which comes with the Season Pass as well. So this guy is turn-based, and I normally really dislike turn-based games, despite owning a lot of them, which I own most for collecting purposes. But for some reason, I'm not sure what it is, I don't actually mind the Mario Rabbids. I think because the Rabbids franchise is very slapstick humour, and it's sort of very sort of silly humour, and sometimes it's just good to have a non-judgmental laugh at just stupid stuff, I guess. And so I think that's really why I enjoy it. So, because I really enjoyed the last one, Kingdom Battle, I think it was called. So yeah, I picked this one up, and it does come with a code on the inside, which I've already redeemed, but just in case. No inner artwork really, it's just some very faint sort of like Mario items and stuff, but yeah. Next is a really cool one, and that is the Violet Scarlet Jewel Pack. So this is the Jewel Pack that you purchased from JB Hi-Fi. So this came with both games, unsealed by the way, the games don't come sealed. A golden steelbook with both the legendaries on there, and then a code for 2x100 Pokeballs. I've actually been playing it this week, and I have thoroughly enjoyed. I've been playing Violet. I have really thoroughly enjoyed the game. I've played, you know, like a lot of people my age, I've played every generation except for I haven't gotten around to playing Black and White yet, but I will. And this, sure, it has its issues. Anybody that's played it knows there's some frame rate issues and some glitch issues, but I've been able to get past those, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved the fact that it was open world and that you could do the gyms in any order that you wanted, or I won't have any spoilers, but you could do the other things as well in any order that you wanted, and you could just explore any area at any pace that you wanted, which I thought was really fantastic. Even though I think perhaps Sword and Shield was a better execution of this concept, where they had wild areas and then the other cities and stuff were, they weren't open world, so you didn't have the frame rate issues. At least I don't remember there being any or many. So I think perhaps that was a little bit better executed, but they really pushed the Switch to its limits with the open world on this, and I'm not mad about it. I've really enjoyed it, and I would say to someone that's maybe a bit over Pokemon, over the newer generations, I'd say give this a go. I'm really, really happy with it, and I think it's going in a positive direction, which is pretty cool. Oh, and there's the 3 starters. Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxly. I chose Sprigatito. You guys let me know which one you chose if you've played it yet. Alright, 2 more games left. The next one is the collector's edition of A Short Hike. This is sold by Super Rare Games, which is kind of like Limited Run Games, but a UK company instead. This is the collector's edition. I debated for a long time for getting this. At the time, I chose not to get it at the initial release because it was too expensive. It was something like £70, which, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so for every dollar, Australian dollar, we get about 50 pence, which is half a pound roughly. That's the conversion rate. So £70 is $140 plus you've got to add in shipping. And then Australia has GST requirements on imports as well. But they had a free shipping sale, and I was already picking up another one of their games, and it was coming up to Christmas, so I decided just to bite the bullet. This collector's edition is really great. It's really sort of whimsical and just a little wholesome, which is why I really like it. I'll just show you guys briefly. You get a fold-out map of, well, the island that you play on. You get a guidebook, which has got all, like, sort of handwriting from the character that you play in it. Shows you the plants that you'll encounter sometimes, or the wildlife that you'll encounter, and then you also get on the back here, you get a full-size version of the fold-out map. Not sure why they included 2, but next up you get the game in its ordinary Switch case, but you get a manual, which is pretty cool, and it is exactly what it says it is. It's an instruction booklet, so it literally tells you press A to do this, press B to do that, etc. None of that sort of fancy fleshed out stuff. That's what the guidebook has in it. It also has an original soundtrack, which I think is really cool, and the artwork in this game is beautiful. I haven't played it yet, but I've sort of installed it on the Switch, I just haven't played it. I've kept the seal because I don't have a CD player anymore, but I would like to get more soundtracks and then maybe just buy a CD player one day. But yeah, you also get, every game that Super Rare releases, they release trading cards with it. And when you buy a normal game, you get 3 trading cards. However, when you get Collector's Edition, you get 5, which is sort of the full set. There's a total of 5 for every game. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is pretty cool. So you can get, there are shiny cards that you can get sometimes when you get the game shipped. It's just a case of like luck of the draw. I've gotten one once. I can't remember what game, but that was pretty cool to get. But I don't trade these. I don't really see too much point. I mean, I do enjoy trading cards and things. But yeah, you also get a pin of the character that you play, little penguin, and you get some postcards of the island. Which are sweet. And then a sticker. You get a sticker with every Super Rare release as well. So, you know, I look at this and I go, was this worth $140 because I didn't have to pay shipping? And I go, yeah, I think it was. I think a lot of collector's editions nowadays are super expensive, and I don't feel like you necessarily get your bang for your buck. So, but this one I feel like really was. You get the soundtrack and the game and the guidebook and the maps and the pin and the you get all 5 trading cards. Like, it's cool, and I think it's, well, definitely worth its value. So yeah. And then the last game I've got to show you guys is very big. Bear with me. God of War Ragnarok Collector's Edition. So this is the PS5 version, and this is the EB Games Collector's Edition. There was another Collector's Edition released for JB Hi-Fi, which is what I wanted originally, but unfortunately I was unable to get that. So I purchased this one instead. This one cost me retail, which I believe was $329. I hope you guys can see that, but that's what it comes with. So it comes with a replica of Mjolnir, which is Thor's hammer, which I like the detail on it, but it is plastic. I feel like they definitely, for the money that I paid for it, it definitely could have been, could have definitely felt more quality. They could have added more weight or used better plastic. I'm not really sure. Yeah, it just feels kind of cheap. Also, the steelbook's really nice, but you get a digital code. Why are they doing this with collector's editions nowadays? It irks me, and I know it irks other collectors. It's just kind of disrespectful to just lazily slip in a code. I know that different parts of collector's editions can often be made in different countries, and so then they all have to come to one place and be packaged up. It takes a bit more work to make the disc, but if you're already going to make the hammer in one country and the steelbook in another, and then the dice in another, like, what's one extra thing? Especially if it's a disc. Collectors want stuff, things, they want a disc. But no disc. But the steelbook is nice. The dice are nice, and so are the little figurines, but I'm actually thinking about selling it because I'm kind of disappointed with it. I do like it, but not having a disc was sort of, which I knew before I purchased it, I'll make that very clear, but I sort of, once I opened it and saw the quality of the plastic and everything else, I was a bit disappointed, but I guess it is what it is. So I still may sell it, or I may play it, I'm not sure. I haven't played it yet because I was currently playing, well, Fallout 4, and prior to that I was playing Valhalla for ages. I've been playing that game for well over 200 hours. So, and I have such a big game backlog that I'm just trying to get through. And then, as you guys know, I've just played Pokemon, and prior to that I was finishing off Brilliant Diamond as well. So, it kind of just goes on and on and on. But that's it for the games. And then the other things that I had pickups for were plushies. So, if you guys look behind me there, in the corner, you can see Plushie Mountain. Plushie Mountain, I love it. I don't play with them or anything, I just like seeing them and I like having them. But my friend runs a bubble tea shop, and he had Galarian and normal Ponyta, and I saw them together and I was like, I have to have them. What's cute is they both have a winking side and an open eye side. But basically Fairy Floss Ponyta, huge tail. These are made by Banpresto, which is one of the higher quality makers of plush for sure. So I haven't cut their little things off yet, but yeah, they're super cool. I love them. They'll go on the pile back there, which by the way goes to the floor. So it's about 4 foot. But yeah, I love them. And then last but certainly not least is this guy, Dragonite. So I picked this guy up from EB Games, and he cost a lot of money. He was nearly $100, I think, but he's huge. He's got his tail's like super long if you compare it to my arm. But yeah, he's super cool. Got him because I wanted him to add to the Plushie Mountain. I don't have a Dragonite yet. And yeah, I just thought it would be cool. So yeah, but that's my recent pickups from before Christmas and sort of up until now. So yeah, you guys let me know if you got any games for Christmas or whatever holiday you might celebrate, or what you might have picked up recently. But yeah, have a good day. Bye.